there, Vault Dwellers. Follow us as we take a topic from the Fallout universe and discuss it in a group of diverse individuals. We are the Fallout Roundtable. Join us, the conversation has already started.
Welcome to another episode of the Fallout Roundtable. I am your host, as always, Maverick Stone, and today we have some big news today. Multiple newses. So first things first.
Okay.
It is a thing. Yeah.
Okay. All
But
right.
before I announce the big news thingies, we have Jaxus, Sassy Lady, and Eric. Say hi.
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Hi. So first off, and first big news thing, I am on Twitter now.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Yeah, I know, right? I
End of the
have an
world,
account.
I
Yeah.
thought you hated Twitter.
I decided because there are multiple projects that I am doing
You read it
right
carefully, right? You made sure it wasn't twatter or something, right?
Yes,
I know, right?
Just
Yeah.
I made
checking.
sure. So if
The
you
right
look in the
platform.
bio of our Twitter at Fallout RTB, where my name usually is,
He's in there.
it's in there now
I
because I
checked.
put it in there.
So y'all go look for
Wow.
his handle, his Twitter handle in the bio of the Fallout Roundtable page. He's there. You can follow him.
I am there
probably
now.
for some nonsense, but yeah.
Yeah, there'll probably nothing will be on there, to be honest, but it's there.
Okay.
Well,
or
I
I'll-
mean, everybody
Um,
now has a Twitter handle in our bio.
Well,
It's
So-
okay,
not
so now
just
they know where to
Maverick.
find you on Twitter. Well, where do they?
They also
like,
know
send
what
an
your
email
shoot
to?
name is too.
Where would
you
they
want to
send
know
an email?
where send emails? FalloutRTB
Where
at
everybody else
gmail.com.
where the show is, yeah.
Yeah,
And if you want to follow up, look at our YouTube channel.
Hey,
It's
Shane.
the Fallout Roundtable. Just search it up. It'll be fine.
Hello.
Our second big
bacon
piece.
strip. Sorry, I was saying hello to the person in the chat room.
Yeah. So the second big news, we all took a vote. And by the powers vested in me as creator and Lord and Savior, outside of Todd Howard, Eric,
We're all
you are
doomed.
not. You are. May I pronounce you? No longer friend of the show, but you've been promoted to official crew.
Wow.
Congratulations.
That's a big honor.
Welcome.
And
That's
now
awesome.
you get now you
Insert
get to
clap.
add your name on the bio too.
Yeah, we have to fit him in.
Yeah,
See,
now we
now
get to fit you into the
Now I
bio.
got to change the commercial all over again.
Yeah.
Well, not.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we
Yeah.
had a new one. He's
We
in
do.
the new one.
Well, I made a
But
new
you
one,
did
but
put-
like I didn't make Eric part of. Well, I do
I
say.
thought you did.
Yeah,
No,
it's in there.
No.
You did.
Did
Hang
I?
on.
Are you sure?
You did.
If
Because I
not,
said
we can
I
change it
approved-
afterwards.
Did I approve this message? Because you did add him in.
You sure? I have to check. I don't know.
Yes, you did.
You may not have spoken it out.
I don't think you said
but-
his name, but you had a one of these.
Oh no! So I
put
do
in it.
add a caveat in there where it's like me, Sassy, Romer,
And
and
me.
some of our friends. You know,
Right, do.
Okay.
Maverick, you're automatically in there. But
And you-
Yeah.
You show one frame with him in it, but there's like all the other.
No,
frames
it's like
of
multiple
everybody.
frames. It's like
There's
multiple
like
frames.
but there's no other frames of other people.
no,
Yeah,
it's just
no.
Yeah.
it's the four of us that are here, and
Mhm.
then there's the
And
four
then
of us
Romer.
with Romer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He's the
Okay.
only previously rando that you have in the commercial.
Yeah, but I don't
Yeah,
say
No
you are
longer
the
Eric,
first rando.
you know.
No longer rando.
Yeah, official crew.
Awesome.
Congratulations. We took
Cool,
a vote
thank you.
this week
Whether you wanted it or not, it's here.
because
Absolutely.
you've been very invested in this and you're in our Discord more than ever. There you go.
You do talk in there more than some people, so that's cool.
I appreciate
now-
that.
Some people
Yeah.
on this
yeah.
chat.
Speaking of which, where's Warpath?
Where is
Yeah, I'm
Warpath?
surprised.
Where's he
Yeah.
been?
No kidding.
Yeah, I don't know. Like he,
Our
I don't
mod,
know where
man.
he's been.
it's like I made
I don't
him like
know.
you know our moderator in the chat, and like where'd he go?
I know.
Disappeared off the face of the earth.
Mod's gotta be
I
there,
think he
man.
fell into a crater somewhere.
Well,
Last I've seen,
he
he
might
was
be busy
doing
with
like
his kid and
daughter was
school
doing
and
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
Because
I know
she's doing
that's
the
what
archery.
Gingerino's doing right now.
She might be in like a tournament or something for archery.
Yeah,
or
she's been
something,
doing.
so, yeah.
She's been doing pretty well on her competitions and stuff.
Yep.
Mhm.
Pew. It's cool.
Pew, pew, pew. Well, anyway, since I got
She does
our
make it look easy.
yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
know.
sure it's not that easy, but it looks easy when she does
No.
it.
never
No,
really-
so let's
I
move
can only
on here.
imagine.
Congratulations again. Let's move on into our
Yay.
discussion. Tonight we are discussing our favorite moments within Fallout 3 since Sassy Lady and our new crew member Eric
Uyor.
have been or Cilia. It depends. Do you mind me calling it whatever you
Either
I'm
way.
calling him Eric because it's easy.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too.
Everybody knows how to say Sulior apparently. So
Not very
Yes.
many. No.
So
Silly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got it. I'll screw it up next time. See, that's the whole thing.
yeah.
I always said
It's
that
fun.
if I ever had merch, one of my first shirts was going to be my
How
screen
to
name spelled
pronounce your
phonetically.
name.
Yeah.
Ha,
Have it
So
be
anyway-
like a dictionary insert.
So anyway, yeah. How
Do you
about we
notice how
just-
often Sassy changes their hairstyle?
I do notice that, but you also notice I'm growing facial hair too.
Yeah, you got
You
some
are.
fuzz there. You got a little bit going on.
You're turning into Nanook of the North. So
Yeah.
I did not straighten it. And if I let it go naturally curly, that's what you guys are used to. This is kind of in between because whenever the girl who does my hair does it, she likes to leave a little flip in it, which to me looks like a 50s do. But whenever I straighten it, I can't get it to do this like flip. So it's straighter when I straighten it than when she does it. So I don't change it that often. I mean,
Did you
I
drop
either wear it
something?
curly or I wear it straight. It's not that different.
She's all.
I do play with it a lot, though. I do play
Well,
with
you
it
look
a lot.
like you were like,
Oh my gosh.
Didn't they
Oh
mention
my
that last
gosh.
week?
Because I'm like a movie
Oh,
star,
oh.
little starlet, like have to.
I laugh.
So who
she
wants to
doesn't go,
start in their favorite favorite Fallout? God, I can't even speak English today. Fallout 3 moments, your memories. It's another story time with the crew, but Fallout 3 edition.
Okay.
Well, it's weird because like Eric and I are like making new memories because
Mhm.
this was the first Fallout game I ever played was Fallout 3, and I remember it like one way, but now I'm playing like a whole different game, and the game is like kicking my tail a whole different way. And I'm
No, I
like,
get that. I
why
understand.
are
that
you doing me
completely.
like this game? So it's funny how this is turning out. So Eric and I are playing Fallout 3, from scratch with some caveats. Like we rolled characters differently. Like we didn't just choose like what we wanted. We were like, I was given a character. I was given a choice actually between two characters. This is the funny thing. So I don't know, Eric, if you did it this way or not, but Jessica gave me two choices, and one was a guy who was evil, and I was like, I can't do that. I can't be evil. And so then the other one was the girl who was neutral. I was like, okay, I can try and do that because I'm used to playing good. So the first time I played Fallout 3, I was like savior of the wasteland. I was like the Jesus, that's
Yep.
because I was so good, yeah, and
Sorry, I had
three
to.
dogs like, oh, she's so great, that was how my character. I just played the way I would normally would, and that's where my character ended up. So I'm like, I can't be evil. I don't think I can play like that because that's just not me. And now I can't, my karma tanked, and I'm like, so this evil thing apparently is a little easier to do than I thought. And
Turns
now I
out
can't
being
get back to
evil
it.
in the wasteland's a lot easier than being good in the wasteland.
So it happened to
would've
me by
thunk?
accident.
Well,
And,
it's funny because a lot of people say it's like it's very hard to be evil in Fallout 3.
Well,
But
apparently when
Apparently
some
not for Shane, though.
dude in Underworld pulls a gun on you and you're like, I have to defend myself, and then everybody
Okay.
gets hostile and you take out everybody in Underworld, it's pretty freaking easy.
I
And
really
then when
wanted
you
to
get
murder
back from
Sharon's
Anchorage,
owner.
Alaska, and the guys are like, yeah, take whatever you want from the armory, help yourself. And then I like take one thing and everybody's like, shoot her.
That happened to
And
me
they-
too.
And they kill their
Shooter!
own scribe.
Shooter!
And I'm like, I guess I'm gonna kill you all back. And so yeah, I'm evil to the core right now. I think I'm like 2 steps from being the bottom on the evil scale. I don't know
I was
how I'm
just
gonna
on
make a comeback.
I was just on the last episode of the Fallout feed, and I kind of talked about that. And like, oh yeah, they'll try to kill you regardless. I'm like, since when?
They didn't kill
So-
me in my first playthrough.
No, they didn't with me either.
Done
but
multiple
I-
playthroughs of Fallout 3, and I went through and I went on a slaughter fest. I just killed everything. I was like, you know what? I'm just tired of worrying about who's nice, who's not nice. And I would go into every single town with the whole burnt earth kind of processing.
Wow.
I mean, scorched earth policy.
I say he
Yes,
wanted to set the
Wow.
world on fire.
Yes.
Yes, he did want to set the world on
I mean,
fire.
I
but-
slaughtered vendors, regular people, dogs,
Oh,
cats,
Well,
horses,
oh my
pigs,
God.
whatever got in my
God.
way, I
Lord,
burned it
man.
all to the ground.
Why?
Well,
Yeah,
That was
vendors
I
such a-
agree,
suck
Shane.
because they don't come
I
back.
think being evil in 3 is a lot easier than advertised.
Well, and I just
I mean, all you got to do is kill people and steal and see, because that's
Mhm.
how I was keeping
I
myself
didn't even
neutral. Was I
steal.
was
I
stealing?
just slaughtered everyone. Just everybody dies. Everybody
mean,
must die.
I was killing the bad people,
Yeah.
but
Instead of everything must go, everyone must die.
because I remember the first time I went to Dukov's in my first playthrough when I was Jesus, I killed him because I was like, "You're disgusting, dude," and I killed
Mhm.
him, and I let the little girls run away, which of course, duh, they got killed by
Nope,
the
I
raiders down
killed
the
them.
street, whatever.
I killed them.
But the second time, I was just like, "Dude, live your life, enjoy, whatever." But when I had to go back and talk to him and say, "Oh, some dude in Underworld wants you dead because you've got some key that he wants," and he was like, "I'm not giving it to you," I was like, you know, he pulled on me, I pulled on him, and I was like, didn't bother me because he was sucked anyway. But he was
Huh.
the only one of those that I killed.
Oh,
And did I
Why
go
does he
tell
do
that
that?
guy, well, Tenpenny wants to pay me to kill you, and I couldn't get the key from him, and he pulls a gun on me, and I'm like, yo, buddy, not my fault. You know, like, what's your counter offer? I guess I was supposed to kill Tenpenny and just take it, but I didn't. I think that's what I did at my first playthrough. I think I just killed Tenpenny.
see, I killed
And-
everybody else but Tenpenny.
Because you probably nuked Megaton, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely, he did.
Yeah.
Because
I-
everybody
well,
thought
I'm
they were
not
going to get rid of
surprised.
that annoying Moira, and then you find out that nope,
Moira
was
is still
gone.
I
around.
love Moira.
she
just
lives
now a
on.
Ghoul. Yeah.
I was talking like her the other day, driving everybody crazy, and
Good hunting. Try not to die.
yeah, happy
No,
hunting.
I played it
Try not
like
to
super
die.
good guy mode, and I just that's one of my memories of Fallout 3 was I think I was having one of those like months where everybody was pissing me off.
Yeah,
And like I was just like, bad work experiences. Everybody was against you, kind of like you felt like the world just needed an ass whooping, so you went
that's
and
why I
gave
play
it
video
to 'em.
games because
Yeah.
murder's illegal.
So I went and I
Real
slaughtered
murder's
everybody in the
Yeah,
game.
illegal.
I kill people virtually.
Yeah.
It makes the
Yeah,
world
well,
a safer place
the,
for a lot of people.
The one person I did straight up murder was the doctor behind the ants in Great Itch.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
haven't
did
been there
also.
yet. I haven't gone to Great Edge yet.
Yeah, because
and
he just couldn't. He didn't give a shit about the entire
Right.
town being dead
right.
because it's science. Science doesn't care. All right, well,
Science
I don't care about
requires
blowing
I
your
know
head
a lot
off.
about that. Yeah, a lot of people like that now.
So
Yeah,
and
I,
it did count as negative karma, which kind of
Yeah, it
surprised
does.
me. But
That doesn't make sense because
Yeah, if
if
they're
you're
a
killing bad
douchebag and you
guys,
kill
it
'em,
should either
it should
not
be-
count or should give you good karma.
so I was
Yeah.
trying to get him to deal with what's his name, Brian, or the boy.
The kid.
Who's,
Yeah.
he's still alive, and
The one that
He
locks
didn't
himself
care.
in the little closet thingy.
yeah,
He locks
and
himself
Yep.
in the preservation.
Two,
The-
which
the
doesn't do
preservation.
anything.
The dome.
Yeah.
Well, apparently it does enough to keep the little rad scorpions out of there, or the ants out of there.
The fire breathing ants,
Yeah.
But yeah, he couldn't be bothered. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take this ant mite serum and then blow your head off.
It's so funny when you first play that game and you end up over there. Those ants, man, they were such a hard thing to kill. They were a pain in the
Mhm.
ass.
Yeah.
And then it's now
I
when you
wanna
go
s-
through it, it's like they're nothing.
I was going through with a baseball bat, and that actually did pretty well.
Oh yeah.
This-
Oh,
I
remember
forgot how
that.
good the baseball bat you get at the beginning is.
Well, I just got because my character's also supposed to be unarmed. Because my perks were
Oh.
unarmed and Mysterious Stranger, which I was like, yay, Mysterious Stranger, because I got him like right before I went into Anchorage. Although he only showed up like once or twice. And
It happened.
I'm like, I think I just got it's not bear arms. That's 76. I just got that the other day. What do you get like the punchy thing in 3?
Knuckles or the Power Fist?
Isn't it a power? Do you get some kind of power fist or something?
Yeah, I
You
think
do
it's
get a
Power
Power
Fist.
Fist from Operation Anchorage, I think.
Yeah.
There is one.
Okay. I just got that because I just did the last thing I did was Operation Anchorage because I had to kill all those creeps. And then I was like, I was just gonna take literally this is what I was gonna do. I was just I'm like, you all can have because I'm not heavy guns. I don't care about all this crap. I just wanted the stealth suit, the
Mhm.
power armor, which I don't even know why, because it doesn't increase your weight, and that's the only reason I care about
I
power
thought that
armor.
was weird too. Yeah, it increased like
And
your
then what was the other
charisma
thing?
and
Oh, I
perception
wanted
or
the
something.
assault rifle because I could use it to fix my other assault rifle. And then I wanted ammo and health packs. I wanted the chems. That's all I wanted. They could keep all the other crap. I didn't care. And then he
The
like opens fire on me.
Chinese,
Oh, I
the
wanted
Chinese
the
assault
sword.
rifle doesn't actually work towards fixing a normal one, which I thought was kind of weird too.
No, but it'll work on the other Chinese assault rifles.
Yeah,
which are better.
are more common than I thought. I thought
Yeah.
I'd have trouble finding them, but I haven't.
There-
When
no,
you
there's
when you find
reasons.
the first one, it's hard to find. Like when you get to find the first one, but once you find it, then it's like all
Yeah.
the other ones just kind of
Yeah,
pop
they're,
out.
Yeah,
they're
because
everywhere afterwards.
It's got a little better damage. I mean, it's not much, but it's a little better. So I like always like the Chinese stuff better than the regular.
Did
but
you play with the Gauss rifle at all?
no, I'm not spec'd for heavy weapons. Well,
That was fun.
I think I
usually end up
tried
with a
using
combat
it.
shotgun. So
I tried using it to kill the guys when they attacked me the first time, and I was like, "This is too slow. Forget this nonsense."
It is slow. That's the
I
one
was
problem
like,
I
I
have with
need
it. But
no. I like my automatic weapons. I'm sorry. I like fast stuff.
it's
Like
nice as a
fast
sniper rifle,
stuff.
though.
I like the sniper rifle. Yeah, at least for the range stuff. But when I get up
Yeah.
close, I prefer to just
Yeah, I
switch
like
to
sniper
it.
rifles too because I
I
like
switch to the
to keep my
combat
distance.
shotgun.
But I think I'm gonna have to try the unarmed stuff because I mean that was my perk. So I mean I should probably play with it and use it. But I don't like
to answer
unarmed.
your question earlier, though, is they've got a character generator, like a random character generator, and that's probably what they did with you. But they did mine live on the show, so I got what I was given. It wasn't bad though. I mean, my stats, I think the lowest one I got was a 4 in perception, but everything else is like 5, 6, 7s.
Ooh,
And
what's
my
mine?
character's been mostly melee because my strength is high. So after I've crafted a shish kebab, that's pretty much all I use as far as.
Cool. I loved
but-
shish kebabs. Yeah, I gotta
yeah.
make one. My I think it's my charisma is low. But I was thinking about boosting it, and then I was like, well, everybody talks about it being a dump stat. So I was like, oh, let me just leave it. But I'm not passing like a lot of speech checks and stuff
Yeah.
that I feel like I normally would because I normally
back.
put more into charisma.
Did you have to kill General? Was it?
Yes. I
Junli?
couldn't talk him
think
down. It
so.
was like a 19% chance, and I failed.
I passed the first time. And then I go in there and all the, after, like you said, just everybody wanted to kill me for taking like ammo or something in that treasure vault.
I think
So-
it's the Chinese, I think it was the Chinese stealth suit that triggers it.
Is it? Okay.
Because
But
I could
yeah,
I'd pick up different things than I would pick up either the sword or the stealth suit. Like one of those two I would pick up, and then all of a sudden I could hear the woman screaming, outcast on me or something like that. And I'm like,
yeah,
what's happening?
it's like the
Because I'm like,
Fallout
are we
crew
being
acted like
attacked
that
by
was
rad
normal,
roaches?
and I'm like,
And I'm like, what is
I
she
don't-
so excited about?
I don't think that's normal that they're supposed to kill you.
I don't
immediately.
remember
So
that
it's
from
like-
the first time. I mean, it's been a long time, but I don't remember any of that happening before.
So I reload. I think they killed me. So I went back to
Oh,
the
they
last
they killed me
autosave,
twice.
which
And then I
was
realized,
right-
you know why I keep dying? I'm standing here in this stupid suit that they give you when you get in the egg. So I'm like,
Yeah.
let me put some armor on and see if I actually survive.
But when you reload, I think there's kind of a bug where it'll reload you in that scene where you're talking to the general and none of the action is happening. Like the general's just
Well,
sitting there
that's when I
staring
would
at you and
die
you couldn't
when
move.
okay, so when I was trying to, like Jessica said, she like kite him. I was trying to do that, and I think what happened was I strayed, friendly fired a BOS guy.
Oh,
So he was also shooting me. And
Oh.
I'm like, dude. So
That
yeah,
happens.
because I'm like, I was losing health when the guy wasn't hitting me. And I was like, what's happening? Am I getting shot by somebody else? But then I saw the other Chinese people were not hostile. And I was like, what's happening? So I think it was as I was dying, I saw there was a Brotherhood guy like
Yeah.
facing me, and I'm like, that jerk killed me. So, but then when I,
So-
and you respawn in just inside the gate, and he
Mhm.
goes ahead and does his thing where he kills the soldier, and then I'm like waiting for him to say something, and we're just standing there staring at each other. And
Yeah.
everybody's fighting, and I'm like,
Yeah, nothing's going on.
Bro.
And I'm like, okay, what do I do? Because you can't move or anything.
you can't move, you're stuck. And so I was like, okay. So I reloaded the save, and of course you end up back where you have to turn off the field. So I was like, I'm gonna save right at the gate and then go in. So I had to do that
Always smart to do.
twice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
had
didn't
to
want
do
him
the
to go
scene
through the
like
whole
4
turn the
times.
minefield off again.
Yeah, because that's what you have to do is you have to go back to the save before that
Mhm.
where you
And then you had
disable
to
that
walk
field.
in, and then he would talk to you and be like,
And
"Rah, rah, rah,
then I failed the speech check.
rah."
So
Mhm.
he killed me again. I had to go back again. And then I passed the speech check, and then he does what he does and
Yeah.
dies. And I go back out of the pod, and I'm like, all right, I know I'm going to be really over encumbered, so I'm going to go travel to Megaton, drop all my shit off.
No way, that was smart.
And then come back and completely
I didn't do the
cleaned out the
Gary
vault.
trick
They
though.
didn't
I don't
attack
think
me
I
or
could have
anything.
figured the Gary trick out though.
Gary.
Oh no.
Well,
I don't know how
there's a
Ray even
Gary
figured
in
that
one
out.
of the rooms in the Outcasts vault area.
Yeah, I don't think I was able. I didn't even know that was there until Ray said
And
something.
according to one of the guys on the Fallout feed, if you drag that body into the egg with you before you go into the simulation, you can bring back all your crap from the simulation in the body, and all those weapons are unbreakable because they're from the simulation. And I'm like, I can't wrap my head around. I'm like, I don't get it.
Well, and then like even
didn't
just
know how
being
to
able
do
to get
that.
the Gary in there afterward, like
Right,
unloading
I'm
the
like-
Gary while the
I'm
simulation.
like, doesn't everything just kind of phase out like at the end? Like, what are you doing with Gary, and where does he show up? And you have to drag him through the whole Anchorage. I'm like, what do you do with him? Like, what? Like, how does that work? Am I just gonna drag this corpse around Anchorage with me? Like, what? I don't get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm like,
whoever figured out to do all those very specific things, like
Right?
hats off to you.
Yeah, I'm just like, wow, that's cool. But I mean, I only used like the whole thing. I think I used the same weapon. I think I used an assault
Yeah,
rifle the entire
much.
simulation. Now I remember that thing kicking my butt. The
The
first time I played
I
it.
did it, I had no idea what I was doing, so I was
Well, and
constantly
I'm like
running out of
freaking
ammo.
out because I'm like, oh my god, I don't have any stim packs. I got no health. I got no whatever. I'm like, I have nothing. Like, what's happening? And then I finally figure out, oh, you get these health things, but I didn't know when the next one was, and I was just like,
Mhm.
I'm almost dead. What are the? Of course, now I play the game much better because I actually know how to shoot and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
I had
One
cool.
no
thing
idea
about
about
Fallout
the lore or
3
any of that.
is that I always have, and this is a notorious problem that I've told on this show many of time. I have not finished Fallout 3. Oopsies.
Main quest or
Just in general. Because I can't, for some reason I can't get past some super mutants because all I have is basically a butter knife going, or like a steak knife going after these people.
yeah.
Because I don't have either my gun, the gun that I have ammo for is either broken and I can't fix it,
Mm-hmm.
or I don't have the gun for the ammo, or vice versa.
Yeah, no ammo.
I
for
can't just drop it.
Ammo is a little bit more
ammo
scarce
is,
for
is
sure.
dear in this game. Yeah, it is. It is dear. So like I buy it every vendor I see.
Yeah, and
I am
unlike
buying
New
ammo.
Vegas, you can't craft it.
That's true. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
craft it in New Vegas.
Can't craft it in 3 either. Yeah. I sell everything I don't use, like because I don't use heavy guns, so I don't use, whatever. I can't.
One
think
thing
of,
I found out
fusion
though,
cells and stuff.
that power armor you get in Operation Anchorage does not break down.
Yeah, that would be
So
cool.
that is nice.
to keep
Because I
that.
was wearing Talon Company armor before that. So anytime I'd run into Talon Company armor, I'm like,
I
oh,
have
good. More armor to
so
repair what
I'm
I've got.
wearing armor from who's it from? Somebody who died and probably shouldn't have. It might be one of Tenpenny's guards. How did he die?
Oh, okay.
It's somebody's guard. I can't remember who now. If I want to say Tenpenny, but I can't remember like how I got it. I don't know. He was dead, so I took it.
Trying to think who else would have a guard.
I don't think it's not. It's not from. I mean, I have to get in the game to look at it because it says what it is, and I'm like, I don't think it's not from Rivet City. And I've really
Oh,
not been that
okay,
many
that's true.
places yet. To be honest, I mean, I've done the main quest up to the point where Dad died, and then I
Mhm.
split.
I haven't gotten quite to there yet.
haven't
He's waiting for me in
gone-
Rivet City.
Like I'm supposed to go. Where am I supposed to go now?
I haven't made it to Rivet City. If that shows you how
Really?
far.
Well, I finished
I don't know.
Moira's book.
I don't know if you heard on the Fallout feed, but I actually did all that kind of out of order. So
Yeah.
I actually
You
went to
can,
Rivet
yeah.
City before I went to GNR. And that
Oh, yeah.
kind of threw everything out of order. Like I didn't like that kind of completed the quest to go to GNR. So I had to look to how to get there. And apparently I went there a different way. Like I didn't go through subways or anything. So when I finally get to GNR, there's no big battle going on outside with the behemoth
with
and
the Brotherhood and the
Brotherhood of
Behemoth.
Steel.
Oh, so you missed all
So
that.
I did not get a Fat Man from that, and I had to like kill the behemoth without a Fat Man, which was
I
not
did.
easy.
I killed him without a
But
Fat Man because I forgot about it.
I basically like hauled ass inside, and at one point the behemoth actually spawned inside the GNR building. Like this was all on
No.
stream too. I'm like, what the hell?
Mine
is
didn't, but he
going on?
kept like walking away from me. I'm like, no, you can't go away because I'm not leaving my little safety zone to come after
Right.
you. No, you need to come back here. No,
I
we
did
killed
eventually
him. Me
will
and
him down.
Come
Taggarty.
face me, demon.
Not Taggarty. What's her name? Not Taggarty. I'm thinking
Lions?
of Lions. Yeah, me and Lions. We killed him. But I was not
Yeah,
leaving the
there were
safety of my
no
little
like
sandbar. Well, because she kept passing out.
Oh.
there were a few dead Brotherhood outside the building, but there were no
Like,
live ones actually
Lions
taking
has
them on.
fainted or something like that. And I was like, get up. Like, put some mud on it. Get up.
Put some mud on it.
That was pretty funny.
Like, we're fighting this behemoth. You can't pass out. Get up.
But yeah, the
Yeah.
first time I played though, I mainly just stuck to the main quest. Like I did a couple of random things, like I did do Grey Ditch. I remember seeing Herbert carrying Dashwood in Tenpenny Tower, and then I did at one point find Argyle in a cave. And I'm like, oh, these people actually exist in the game. That's really cool.
Yeah.
But I never did Oasis. I never did the Brotherhood of Dave. I think I did
Oh,
clear
really?
out Paradise Falls, but a lot
One
of
of
the
the-
stuff I'm
one-
doing for the first time.
The Republic
with
of
this
Dave.
playthrough.
One of
Yeah.
the main things that I remember doing that, like when I first started playing, was the family.
Oh, yeah. I
Oh,
did do
yeah.
that,
See,
too.
now I went to do that the other day and I can't find them.
In Erifu? Or they're
Yes.
actually in a
I
subway,
know.
like northeast of it.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it's
And
weird.
I know the area that I'm like, this seems like the area, but there's like no place to go in. I don't know if it's
I did
glitched
the
or what,
mission
but I'm
where you
like,
got to go get Ian West and
Mhm.
rescue him
yes.
from there.
Yeah, you got to rescue the kid. So I've already been to the 3 places that they say to search, and there's nobody there. And I remember them being in
Really?
like a train, and I went to the train, but there's the ghoul in there that is asking me to bring him sugar bombs so he can make ultra
Oh, yeah. Ultra Jet.
whatever. That's the only thing I can find in there, and I don't know if that's the right train
I
station.
found him, too.
place
I
or
don't
That's in
not.
the
remember.
subway tunnel, right?
That's in the
Yeah.
subway tunnel, but isn't the family in a subway tunnel?
Yeah, they are.
They're in a.
Are they in a different one?
Aren't they in
Because
the
this is
red
one they
line?
told me to look at.
I can't remember. I'd have to look.
I don't know. I gotta go back and look. That was that I was trying to do that the other night, like real quick before I signed off, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not finding them. So screw it. I'll do it next time I play. And then I ended up playing Fallout 76 yesterday instead of Fallout 3. So it's like, whatever. And I only meant to do that for like an hour. And then for some reason, dumb butt me was like, I think I'm going to build a new camp because my birthday camp got destroyed by the new Helvetia no building zone, which
Oh.
it's
Oh,
weird
that
how
sucks.
the blueprints went into my thing. It was like, oh, look, there's the front of the bar. There's the other half of the bar. Oh, here's the workshop. It was like crazy. And so then I was like, well, I'm just going to like scout out a location. So I scout out a location. Then I'm like, well, I have to see if the house fits. So I'm going to like your camp. I'm going to use that fab house.
The Woodland Retreat?
the big house
Yeah.
in the prefab. So I'm like, oh, I want to build in that because I was going to make her have like a bed and breakfast because it's got so many bedrooms in it. I'm like, it'll be a bed and breakfast, you know? So I'm like, I just got to make sure the house will fit. So I'm like, I found like 4 locations that just did not work out. Finally, I found one. I'm like, it'll fit. I'm just going to put it down and then I'll be done. No, I just got to put this in. Well, let me just set this up and let me just make my workshop. And oh my God, next thing it was like 3 in the
About
morning.
2
I'm like,
hours
I gotta
later, yeah.
work.
I
But-
gotta
I gotta
work.
be at work in about 2 hours.
right? I'm like, I gotta go to bed.
I gotta be an adult.
yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
I've been working through the Brotherhood
You
of
stay
Steel
up all night.
storyline and
She needs to do that too.
on PC because I hadn't done that yet. I did it on Xbox like right after it came out, but I
I've done it
just
on 2
actually
characters.
finished Steel Dawn today.
Oh,
So I'm gonna
Meg
do
still
Steel
needs to
Rain.
do it. She needs to go to the orchard. Is her next step.
Okay, yeah, that's still pretty early on.
Yeah, but she's the only. I mean, the other 2 are done because I did one for Romani and one for Stick Up His Butt.
Jackass Shin.
Yeah, Mr. Stick Up His Butt. Well, I take pictures with him. It's funny because he just stands there and I can walk her up to him and it looks like they're hugging and kissing and.
No, he'll glare at you. Like I posted a picture, was it yesterday or a few days ago, and he was just like looking back at me, glaring.
He does have a glare, but if you do it from the side, you can't tell. And if he blinks, it looks like he's kissing her back. So no, Fallout 3 has always been my favorite Fallout because it was my first. And I always
That
remembered
opening,
how
yeah.
pretty it looked and how desolate everything looked and how destroyed DC was and everything. And that was always like something that stuck with me. And then the thing that got me was how big it seemed and how many locations there were. Of
Mhm.
course, now that I'm playing it again, after I've played 4 and after I've played N76, which has the biggest map, I'm like, oh, this really isn't that big of a map. I mean, like, I was
Compared
like,
to
oh man,
76,
I
it's
gotta
really
haul
not.
myself
Yeah.
all the way out to that
Ooh.
garage so I can find vault whatever it is so we can get in the Tranquility Lane thing. And I was like, oh, I'm there already. Wow, how'd that happen?
That is one thing I did the first time I played was just go through and see a lot of the landmarks, like the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, the Smithsonian, all that. And it's funny because my wife and I took a trip to Gettysburg back in 2014. Excuse me. And then there was a day that we actually went to DC and just looked around, and I'm like, oh yeah. So if you just turn right here, go down the road, you'll go to the Smithsonian, and
Mhm.
turn down this way, you'll hit the National Archives. She's like, shut up, you've never been here. I'm like, yes, I have. In
I
Fallout
have
3.
though. I've walked these streets
It was all
plenty of
blown
times.
up, but
I walked
Yeah,
these streets
like-
while they were demolished.
I didn't even
Right?
realize until
Like,
I
I've been to the
played.
top of the Washington Tower,
Yeah,
the
like,
Washington Monument.
I didn't even know you could
I
go
put
in
Lincoln's
there
head
until I was.
together.
I didn't even. That was another thing that I never did until just
Really?
recently. Like I been
I
to the
didn't realize
Lincoln
it was
Memorial,
the
and I knew
same,
that his head was
so I never
gone,
made
but
it
I
to the
didn't know.
I never made it to the mall.
Oh, you never
could,
figured out where?
I never did the Temple of the Union stuff to where you could rebuild that.
See, I'm such
So-
a completionist. Like, I played Fallout 3 into the ground the first time. Like, I'm pretty sure I discovered every single place. And I know there's a perk you can take that'll show you everything, but I was like, no, I'm determined to find it without. I am
Right.
pretty sure that I found every single location. I did every side quest I could get my little hands on. I finished the whole quest. I did all the DLCs. And so
I still haven't done
but
Flint
I get
Lookout.
distracted. So when I started this, I was like, I am sticking to the main quest. I'm not going to get distracted. That's why I haven't done the ants yet, because it is one of the first things that you see. But I'm like, nope.
Yeah, he
Yeah, if you
shows
go
up
past
like
the super-
really early.
Super
Plowing
Duper
on.
Mart
I am
on the main
going to
trail.
DC, find
Mhm.
my
You're literally
dad.
right in town.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's right there, and I
he'll
keep seeing the
approach you in the parking lot
location
while
on my
you're-
map, but I just keep going by,
Yeah,
and I
you'll
keep
see him
thinking,
from the parking lot.
You're getting shot at by
Mhm.
raiders, and then the kid runs up to you. Is like, "Hey, can you help me?" I'm like, "I'm a little busy here, kid."
Right?
Like,
Can't
He
you
actually
see
did-
bullets
Can you wait
whizzing
until
actually
past
the
our
got me on my
heads?
way
flying in my
out.
face?
he got me on my way out, which was cool. But
what are you saying, Jaxus?
I said, "Can you stop me when I don't have bullets flying in my
Right.
face?"
right, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, not to mention like your own safety, kid.
Yeah, screw it.
But
Anyway,
So I
let's
was
take a
like-
quick break, and we'll be right back. We're just going to take a quick little pause for the cause. Hi, welcome to 3 Count Thoughts. Let me introduce the crew real quick.
Hi, I'm Maverick Stone.
I'm Romer.
And I am Jaxus. Join us as we talk all things wrestling. Each week, we'll take a topic from the wrestling world, knock it around a bit, and then go over the week in wrestling from a strictly fan perspective. We can be found on all major podcast catchers. We can also be found at 3 Count Thoughts on both YouTube and Twitter. Or you can send us an email using 3countthoughts@gmail.com. Okay, are you ready? Ring the bell. All right, everybody,
You
we're
guys
back.
want everybody to
We're
miss
just well, these guys
don't wanna
just
miss
keep on going, and we were going to miss some details here. Can we
Oh,
talk?
I didn't know you want to hear this.
It's like,
So okay, so yeah, so I talked about how the ghoul attacked me and made me tank my karma, and then so I had a problem with dog meat, and I don't know if this is normal or if it's just me having a bad day, but I finished the main quest line to the point where the Enclave comes to the Jefferson Memorial where the Project Purity is going on, and they basically want to take over the whole project, and then your dad sacrifices himself by
Mhm.
overloading the whatever reactor, I don't know, and he dies, and then Dr. Lee's like, we got to get out of here, and I know some tunnels, and we're going to go she wants to go to the Citadel because the Brotherhood will protect them. So we're going through all these tunnels, which the tunnels are fine. They just have ghouls in them. There's no big deal. One thing I've noticed is me personally, because Fallout 3 was one of my first games, because I'm a late gamer. I didn't play as a kid, really, anything. So my kid used to laugh at me and tell me how much I sucked at shooting people and stuff. And so now that I know how to shoot and stuff, and I've learned how to play, I'm like, yeah, it's so much easier now. I'm like, wow, when you know what you're doing, it's so much better. You don't die as much. And so, we get through with all the tunnels. Well, for some reason, dog meat just shows up randomly in the middle. And I keep dog meat at home at Megaton
Oh,
in
do
the
you?
apartment, whatever. I make him stay home until I get
Oh.
puppies. So when you get, which is like
You've
level
got the Game of the Year
22.
version. Okay, yeah,
So
I think.
I keep him there until level 22 because I don't want to lose him. And granted, he's OP and everything, but he can still die. And until you get puppies, you can't get a new dog meat. So I make him stay home and I don't let him come out until I can get the puppies perk. And I'm not level 22 yet. I think I'm like, I don't know, 12 or something, 12 or 13. So I always tell him to stay home. Well, he just shows up in the tunnels. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, go home. I'm like, go home. And he's like barking and he's like growling and he's
He
attacking
pants a
ghouls. And I'm
lot
like,
too, yeah.
so I'm like, oh my gosh. But then when he kills the ghouls and the ghouls are all dead, he's growling at the people that I'm with, the other scientists.
Oh no.
And of course, there's the one dude who's like, oh, my heart, and Dr. Lee's like, oh, do you have a stim pack? And this chick's like 5. And I'm like, I only had 6, so I'm like, I hope I'm okay. So dog meat kills that guy. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe I can loot my stim packs back. No, he didn't have them.
So is
So,
this
like,
where the negative karma comes
crap.
from? Like where you just
I
like,
don't know
had
if
to
this is
murder the
because
entire...
of the negative karma, but I'm pretty sure that letting him die didn't help me. We go through and we get out the tunnel at the Citadel, and he was there outside the Citadel, and he was standing there, and I told him again, go home, and he was still standing there. Well, he didn't go into the Citadel with us, and when I came back out, he wasn't there anymore.
You had.
See, I can't even send him to the house in Megaton. It'll
You
have
can't.
me
No, you
send
have to send him to Vault
to
101. You have to send
101,
him,
Because
and
you
yeah.
have
that's
beef
basically
jerky
what
in
I
your
told him.
pocket.
Yeah, I
Should
sent
took
him
the
to
beef
Vault
jerky
101.
out of your pocket. You're walking around
But
with beef
I
jerky in your pocket.
remember
It's gonna follow you around.
the first time I played, I got dog meat at the junkyard,
Mhm.
and I sent him to go find supplies, and I got a little pop-up notification that said he died. Like,
I
oh, well,
just
that
got him.
really sucks. So I guess
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
never
gonna
have him do anything. When I get him, we go straight back to Megaton. I put him in the house and I'm like, stay here. Stay right where you are. And he will.
I
He'll
think
sit in
it's
that same
kind of
spot.
like I think it's kind of like Skyrim though, where it's like you have to get the last hit on a companion for them to die.
I I don't
I
know.
think that's how it is. 'Cause I think I've also had Sharon die on a playthrough.
I've
But
had Sharon die. I've had
I'm all
so my first
alone.
playthrough, because in the beginning as I was playing, I was so evil. I was kind of evil, not a lot evil, but I mean I stole so much because I had nothing. So I was stealing like everything. My karma was not great, but I was like brand new and I was trying to get by. So I had Jericho as a companion.
Mhm.
And then when we
Never
went to
had him. I've
get
never been evil. So.
when we went to Three Dog, he died in that fight with
Three
the
Dog did
behemoth.
or Jericho?
No, Jericho. He
Oh,
died in the fight with the behemoth. And then weirdly, I see him later at Megaton. I'm like, holy cow, he's back. But he won't talk to me anymore. And I realized, I'm like, why won't this dude talk to me? Because I was like, hey, man, let's go out again. But he won't talk to me. And I realized it was because then my karma was good, because he'll only be
okay.
with you if you have bad karma. And
Right.
because I was like, what is wrong with this dude? I'm like, so what? I got you killed. You're fine. But that was my
Miraculously.
first playthrough. And then I keep seeing him hanging around outside of Moira's. And I'm like, yes, I know I'm evil. Leave me alone. Like, you're not supposed to be my
Evil.
companion. But so Dog Meat, I went looking for him at Vault 101 and he wasn't there. I'm like, this is where I told you to be. I'm like, well, let me see if like he glitched back to Megaton. He's not there. So I went looking for him at the junkyard. He's not there. And I'm like, well,
Weird.
shit, I just lost Dog Meat. I was so sad. So then I went through the whole thing with Anchorage, Alaska, and blah, 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 blah. And, having to kill all the outcasts that were down there. And I'm like, well, my karma just keeps on tanking. I'm like, I'm giving water to the guy, even though, because there's two guys you can give water to, the one outside Rivet City and the
Something
one
like
outside
that.
Megaton.
Yeah.
The one outside
2 or
Megaton
3.
already died. So I'm screwed there. I'm giving money to the church at Rivet City. I'm like, I'm trying to always say that you get good karma, but I'm like, I can't. It's like your GPA, man. Once your GPA drops, you can't
There's
get
no
it back
use.
to save your life. That's the way my bad karma is right now. But I did go back to Vault 101 just on a whim, and Dog Meat was there. So that made me feel better because I got my dog
Okay,
back.
good. I was gonna say, is there a mod that you kind of have for 3, like in 4, that tracks your companions or lets you know where they are?
Don't think so. I mean, there might be a mod, but there's not anything
Yeah, nothing
the
in the game.
game.
It's like the vanilla game, but
Because there's not that many companions, and you don't have them like assigned to settlements and stuff like that. So
I was always kind of surprised that you couldn't recruit Amada. You can recruit Butch, but
yeah,
you
I
can't
didn't even know
recruit
you could recruit
Amada.
Butch until he was assigned as my companion, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want him, but we'll see.
No, yeah, I've always
He'll be my
screw that
companion
dude.
once I can get my karma back to neutral, because I guess you have to have neutral karma for him. So I
But
can't get him until then.
But yeah, it's like I'm doing a lot of things, like I said, for the first time. It wasn't even until a few months ago, or maybe it was a year ago, that I actually went to the Gary Vault the very first time. But that's
Oh,
such
wow.
an iconic
Gary.
part of the game.
I was gonna say, you
Gary.
cannot pass on the Gary off.
Gary.
But
That freaked me out, just hearing all those
Gary.
Garys. I was like,
Gary.
Gary.
Gary?
Jane's
Gary.
favorite ball.
Oh,
by
hey,
the way,
Gary.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's got a. I'm pretty
Either
sure
that
that's
or
who
it's
his
the puppet, the
companion's
man
named
with the
after.
puppet vault.
That would be 77. Yeah.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, you should know. You just did that.
Yeah, I was just talking about that on Tapes from the Waste.
I just listened to it.
Where, yeah, it's like I actually did go and read One Man and a Crate of Puppets, which is where that character came from. So now I get Shane's content
shtick.
a little bit more now. But which, yeah, apparently that is canon. So that's where you also get the
You had a different
vaults that
jumpsuit
have
there, I think.
one man and a bunch of women and vice versa.
69 and 68. Yeah,
Yeah,
we talked about that.
yeah, we're talking puppets. So
Puppets.
We talking
Um,
puppets, eh?
so, but yeah, I actually did. I was like, okay, after reading this, I have to
Jane's
go
puppet
look
is
that up.
scary.
A little bit.
Scary.
Yeah, I mean, it did say that in the webcomic that he just kind of went nuts on the wasteland afterward. I would hope you do, Shane. Yeah, I get your references now.
Mm-hmm.
Your little videos that you're
The little
putting
bloody
out.
faced puppet. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And that
But
look that he gives you where he's like, you know.
it
Fun fact,
was
it was
released only
released
a
only a
year
year
after the
after.
bombs. Wow,
Wow.
that part I didn't know. So, um, but and then there's also the vault in Fallout 3, where they were releasing some chemical into the air that drove everybody nuts. I haven't been to that one yet. I need to.
Isn't
'Cause
the white noise vault also in Fallout 3?
I
With the
think so.
musicians and the white noise?
I think, was it that one or is it the airborne thing?
I don't
I
remember.
may be mixing them up, but I
I
know
know
one of them.
there's too many vaults and too many good stories. Well, because we talked
Yeah.
about Mav, I don't know what episode it was. We talked about we did an episode where it was like of all the crazy vaults, which one would you want to be
Yeah, we
assigned
created
to?
our own
Yeah.
vault.
Well, we
Mhm.
created our own, but we also said if you had to be assigned to a vault, which one? Because I
Out of
chose
this
Vault
vault.
21. I was like, well, hell, I'll gamble. And of course,
Yeah.
these guys were all like, Vault 69.
Of
Yeah,
course.
we did do that, didn't we?
Honestly, I don't know if
Vault
69 or
69.
68 would be worse. Neither one of them would be appealing in the long run. You would think it would be, but
I think you get
dude, would
sick
you
of
really
it.
want to be surrounded by 70 women or whatever? It's like,
I mean, good God, you'd be
was it?
tired.
No, it was 100. It was 100.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Um,
no. Yeah. Yeah.
you would think it would
I
be
was thinking for a
fun,
minute there,
but
yeah.
in the long,
Think of
you
the
realize that all these
cheating.
women are going to be talking about you the entire time as well.
Well, they don't have
Uh,
anything to compare you to, so
Yeah, well, fair. I mean, unless they did have a little bit of experience pre-war. um, you never know.
oh yeah, the
Depends on how
24
long they've
men
been
and
in
the
the
24
vault.
women and a panther. We talked about that one too
That
because
one
we were
was
all like,
in,
Yeah,
oh,
because I'm like, what's with the panther?
I said the same thing. I was like,
like just
that's not
incapacitate
random
the
at all.
panther.
Like, is the
I'm
panther
like,
friendly? Is
kitty,
it?
tame it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hey.
that one was also in One Man and a Crate of Puppets, the web comic. But I mean, who could forget Tranquility Lane though? That's also a very
Oh, don't
iconic
even get
part
me
of
started on
Fallout 3.
Tranquility
It was
Lane.
I mean,
happy times, like you would think,
so
but then if
many.
he just kills people over and over, that would suck.
Well, did he actually? Like, I was under the assumption that these people had been trapped for 200 years,
Yeah, but
just
it
like
sounded
Braun,
like
because Braun was
because
pre-war too, right?
yeah, but you remember when they were talking about the couple fighting? They were saying, "Oh, they're fighting again."
Yeah.
I have a feeling that he kept causing problems between them.
Oh, that's what he was doing to entertain himself the entire time.
Right.
Was
The whole
It
like,
makes
200
sense.
years
yeah,
causing
like
problems.
when he like, why else would he want you to just go and punch a little boy in the face?
Oh my God, I know.
And
I
then
don't think I
didn't
punched
he?
him. I think I told him that he was. Oh, I told him his parents were getting divorced.
Oh, that's right.
I'm so
Yeah,
mean.
I think I
Like, your
only did
parents are
that
getting divorced,
one
and it's your
time.
fault. He's like
But
crying.
there's so many iconic moments in Fallout 3. Like the opening is very hard to beat in itself.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Fallout 4 does come close, but I would kind of give it to it's the military school. I would kind of give the edge to 3 because how else, like, what better, father could you have than Liam Neeson?
Yeah.
Not to mention that step out moment that you get.
That is still like that still got me, even though I was
Mm-hmm.
expecting it and I knew how it was gonna make me feel. It still got me the second time. And I'm just like my character's just standing there and I'm looking at my computer and I'm just like, wow, and I'm like old graphics and everything. I'm just like
Mhm.
I took a screenshot of it and I was like, this would be like wild. Like,
did,
can you
and then I
imagine like you
realized
come
my
out and this is what you see?
my baseball bat was in the way. Like, damn it, I ruined it.
I always holster my baseball bats.
I didn't even realize we were going through that photo challenge, and I posted a couple of pictures from Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, and Jess was kind of like, "Hey, little tip: you can turn you. There is a way to turn your HUD off,
To turn
so
it,
you can get
yeah.
rid of the crosshairs. Like you don't. It's yeah, you
You can turn
cropped it,
it
but the crosshair is still there. I'm like,
down. I know it
ah.
ruins. Can you turn it
Now that I've
off?
seen that, yeah, just make it completely see
Just
through
turn it all the way
or
down, right?
yeah, turn it all the way down. And it's like one of those things that's like once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. And then I
Uh-huh.
looked at my New Vegas picture, and sure enough, there was the crosshair in there. I'm like,
Yeah.
ah,
Yeah,
damn it.
I hated that too because I'm like I can crop out like your health bar and stuff at the bottom, but that stupid crosshair is just there.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah, it's just
So
big
when
Can't
green.
really do
she told me
much
that, I'm like,
about
all
it.
right, now I know this, and I can, if you're watching one of my Fallout 3 streams, just be prepared. I'm going to be going in and out of the menu every so
Yeah,
often.
I heard her talk about that and I was like, so I went in and I changed the color to like white and then I turned the opacity down. So I
Yeah.
was like, maybe I can still see what I'm doing, but
Yeah, you
it
turn the
won't be so
opacity down,
obvious.
like, yeah, and well, and that turns everything off. It also turns the compass off, so you
Mhm.
can't see if there's enemies in the vicinity
That's
or
yeah, and that's why I was like,
that.
I don't want to turn it all the way off, but maybe I can turn it down enough so it's not noticeable. I don't know.
But, um, yeah, and then I mean, Fallout 3 is where we were introduced to a lot of the iconic music that we all know and love. And not maybe, maybe was actually used during the intro of Fallout 1, like when you're first bringing up Fallout 1. That's the song for that. So I mean, the ink spots have been there from the beginning,
Yeah.
but
I think they've been
that's
in
where you get a lot of the
maybe every
other
Yeah, but the "I don't want to set the world on fire" was really like the song that
right.
That
lynched
was
it
the
for
song of the
everybody.
game.
yeah. It
But
was
Fallout 3
definitely a good one.
gave us Civilization,
Yeah. Well,
which
and
is
that's
still one of
why
my favorite songs.
I had to do the thing for Three Dog because I was like, you can hear it when you're downtown, but you can't hear it when you're out in the waste. And I was like, no, I need the radio station, so I gotta go
Right.
fix that. Like, I gotta go fix that for you.
But yeah, and I mean, of course, that's one of those things that
Ooh,
really
that's
gets your
true.
ass in gear to go fix the satellite dish.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, totally
yeah,
did
it's like
that.
I've been through most of the DLCs. I still haven't played Point Lookout, so I'm looking forward to that when we do that through the round
Yeah,
table.
I'm glad that that's one of the later ones because
Um,
it's so good.
but the first time I played it, I knew absolutely nothing about the lore, and now that I do know more about the lore, I can appreciate it better. Like playing through Operation Anchorage, like that's why I was when I was on the Fallout, dude, I was like, okay, how much of this is propaganda, and how much of this like is actual events? And apparently,
Yeah.
some of it was propaganda, but I mean, I mean, of course, they had to do some actual events in there, but a lot of it was just like a training simulation for the military.
Well, they even
It seems.
said because it was written by that general or whatever that he like some of it didn't actually happen that way because he wanted to make himself look better.
Right.
So because he wrote it, so he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just write it, make me look
It's
better,"
like yeah, like paintings
So they
back
were
in the
saying like
day.
it wasn't actually that useful or whatever, but I mean, it was fine.
Yeah, I mean, it
Um,
was fun,
I wish I could have
but
gone back because I totally forgot about the stupid intelligence cases.
well,
Usually I'm good at like looking for loot and stuff, but I guess I missed one in the first part because I ended up
uh,
with like 9 out of 10. And you can't go
yeah,
back.
I was streaming it,
I
and
hadn't
Dweller and his
missed it.
dog was nice enough to let me know about that when I was still in the first part.
Nice.
So I only got 8 of them though. I wasn't able to find all of
Oh,
them.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found 9 out of 10 and I'm like, I know I missed one in the first part because I totally forgot about it. And I found one towards the end and I was like, oh yeah, I think this is a thing, but I was like, but I didn't see any coming through here, so I must be fine. Then I get to the end and I'm like, oh, this is, the last one I picked up said 9 out of 10. Jaxus, that is really disturbing. That is really, really disturbing. God.
I didn't even realize he switched from the power
Oh, he
armor
does
to
that all the
that.
time.
Oh my
He
He
god.
does
does
it
it
all the time.
all the time, man.
It was
So What big things stick out to you guys?
What, New Vegas?
No, 3.
No,
No,
three.
out of
Sorry.
3, not Vegas.
Sorry, I'm also looking
We
at
we know
flights
that New Vegas is your favorite game.
Oh, he's looking at flights.
Oh,
for
okay.
this year.
Apparently, it's everybody's favorite game, and it's the only game.
Yeah, it has the best storyline out of it. Actually, I think 4 is pretty good too. But going back to 3, one of my moments would be all the, I can't remember if it was skeletons or teddy bears, all that stuff, all that.
Yeah,
I think
there's a lot of
4
really good
4 it's
environmental
skeletons,
storytelling.
3 it's teddy
Anakin.
bears. New Vegas, I think it's between both of them. So
So,
There's this. I remember seeing this set of skeletons in Minefield the very first time I played it. For whatever reason, that always stuck with me. Where
in
it's just a
Minefield.
couple
Oh, in the house?
laying in a bed in one
Yeah.
of the houses, and
Holding
it's
each
just
other.
like, yeah, and you just think about, okay, this is them spending their last moments together
Mhm.
before the end.
Yeah, I just saw them recently because I had to do Minefield for Moira. And I didn't realize I killed that guy. Like, I can't remember, like, do you have to
Arkansas?
kill him? Yeah, like, do you have to kill him? Can you talk to him?
I don't think you
remember.
have to, but I always do.
I
You're gonna be
I
taking
think
sniper
you
shots at
have,
me. I
yeah.
don't take.
Yeah, because it's
I don't
like,
take that
you
too
can't really
kindly.
get to him without him killing you. So like,
Yeah, you can slave him. I did that once, actually.
Oh, that's right. Because Paradise Falls, they'll give him as a choice to
Yeah,
enslave.
like, asshole, you shouldn't keep taking sniper shots. I mean, you're going down.
Yeah, and I don't even remember like why he does that.
I don't.
What was his
Yeah, I don't.
purpose?
I
Like he
don't.
just didn't want people in his town, or
I guess he. I mean, I would
Get
assume he
out
was
of
the one who
my
set up all the mines
town.
it
too.
was so dumb because this is how dumb I am, because the whole thing is like they're like go through Minefield, and whatever, and I'm like, I'm all over Minefield, I'm in and out of all the houses and everything, and I'm like, why isn't it giving me this quest? Because you got to go to the park. Oh, so to go back to Minefield, go to the park, bing, there goes my quest. I'm like, Jiminy, just because I didn't go to the park, I was all over that dang town.
I always got
forgot.
sent there from Moira to get the mines,
Yeah.
but
But I forgot I had to go to the park because I'm all over, like picking up the mines all over the roads. And I was like, let me loot the houses while I'm here. I just didn't go to the park because I know there's nothing there. So I didn't go.
yeah, and I keep going there for shish kebab parts. But
Yeah, there's a lot.
I don't
Where was the other
think
place
they
I was at? And I was like,
respawn,
there's
though.
so much stuff here.
Motorcycle handbrakes are the hardest things to find for me.
There was a bunch of motorcycle stuff somewhere I was at, and I was like, ooh, I wonder if they respawn. What is up with him? Weirdo. You catching snowflakes.
But
I
yeah,
don't
I mean,
know,
I would assume that Arkansas is the one who set all those mines up. It's like, what is he really protecting there? Unless he
Nothing.
just-
There's like
yeah,
nobody left. There's nothing
unless
to
he
protect.
just doesn't
There's
want
nobody
people in
there.
any of the houses.
Right. And there's not really anything that valuable there.
No, I mean, just 4 walls and a roof.
Yep.
And only a couple of
But-
those. I don't know. I'm a oh yeah, come from the north to sneak up. I didn't do that. I just walked right in and let him
Yeah,
shoot at me.
I just exchanged fire with him and took him out, just like he was trying to do with
Basically,
me.
I did too. Yeah. I'm trying to think what my next step is. I don't know. I gotta try and figure out. I was looking up on Google. I was like, are there any quests that give you good karma? I'm like, that's what I need to do. Like, I gotta find.
Military people founded the town. Okay.
Oh, was it?
Where do you find that information somewhere? Like, does he have a note somewhere that talks about that? Shane?
Oh, that I don't know. Unless you can talk to him. Like maybe once you enslave him, can you talk to him?
I have no idea. I've never
You
tried.
just have
Never
to
mess with
stop.
him.
He has to stop shooting long enough to talk. Because he's
Oh,
got a
Fallout
cool
3
name. I
companion
want to
guide.
know his
Okay.
backstory. You know,
I know nothing
Okay.
about him.
I gotta go to.
But
Should I go to Paradise Fall? Will that give me good karma if I set all the little?
no,
things?
I completely took that town out. Like I killed everybody there.
Yeah, but will that give me
dead.
good karma?
Yeah,
need to get
I
my
think so.
karma up.
Yeah, and then
Karma.
there's slaves there. Like there's the there's adults, and then there's a couple of kids from Little Lamplight,
Yeah.
and there's just one old guy that's in the pen that can't hear well or can't see, and
Oh, I think I
like he
remember
keeps
that.
trying. It's like, hey, get out of there, and he's like, and he just keeps
And he just
mishearing
stays,
what you're
yeah.
saying, and he'll just stay
Still
there.
You're like, suit yourself.
Because you have to wonder, it's like, what did the people in Paradise Falls see in this guy that thought he was, slave material?
Yeah. I guess I should I could go bobblehead hunting because I only have like
That's kind of what I've
4.
been doing too. I think I'm up to 8, which is what took me to the Republic of Dave.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also
Bobblehead
did
hunting will
Oasis
take you
for
to
the first
strange
time.
places in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, I guess I
But-
could do that because that'll take me all over the map because I know like Arlington and
Mhm.
what's that other one? I don't even remember where they all are anymore. I looked them up because I was like, make sure I don't miss anything when I'm there. But what are we doing?
Oasis I did for the first time. That was super memorable too.
Yeah, I
so you
did
deal
that.
with Harold.
Did-
Which Harold
did
was
you do the
voiced by
whole
Stephen
quest?
Russell. Yeah.
What did you do?
I killed him.
Yeah, I did too.
It's what he wanted.
But of course, you got to kill him. Why not?
Well, the thing
that's
is,
what I
like, if
did.
you
That's what I did the first
exacerbate
time.
his mutation, it could help heal the land.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, do you want to like turn this into an actual thriving land instead of a
Mhm.
wasteland, or do you like kill him and just take him, or you could just halt his mutation so it doesn't get any. It just everything stays how it is.
That's just a cop out because you're
Yeah.
not helping him and you're not helping anyone else.
But it's
You know,
like
you're
he's
just remain
surrounded
status
by-
quo.
by people who are essentially cultists. Like they're
Right.
kind of like the predecessor to Mothman cultists in a way. They're all named after different types of wood.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever made it this far, to be honest.
So- It's in the northern part and it's the
Yeah, it's
only place
far
in the
north.
wasteland where they have trees
Yeah,
and it
you
looks
hear dog
lush.
meat.
Yeah,
Three Dog
Three
talking
Dog
about
talks
it all the
about
time.
it. And
Yeah.
he says,
Have
I
you ever
might have
seen
been
a
experimenting with
tree?
Jet at the time, but
no, not those shriveled black things.
right. Yeah, we haven't heard this like too much. I guess, he only plays so much of a repertoire.
Right.
Have you ever
Right.
seen a tree?
But it's like these people he's surrounded with are driving him crazy because he keeps telling them what he wants, like
Yeah.
straightforward, and they're all trying to make it some super profound thing. Like our
Yeah, like
Lord
he's-
and Savior is telling us that we
This
need to
dude
heal
has
the
been
land.
around
and,
since Fallout 1.
and he's
Yeah.
like, will you guys just fucking kill me, please?
Right. And I mean, I feel like as much as I would like to see the wasteland look more lush, and heal the land and everything, I can't imagine what that would do to him. Like, making him progress past what he is now. I'm like, God, that would hurt him. That was just like, that would be a lot. What is he doing?
BOS and tactics aren't. Wait, are BOS and tactics canon? I
don't think so.
I don't think
But-
so.
BOS is not. Tactus is also not, but a lot of people will accept
Yeah,
it.
I saw Dweller.
I mean,
do
yeah,
not like
the
Brotherhood.
majority of
BOS.
people will accept it, but I don't think it's canon though.
No, but no, it's not. But there's people who won't even acknowledge
Tactics
that
says
Brotherhood of Steel
apparently.
exists.
Yeah, which that's the only one that's well. I mean, yeah, I guess Tactics technically is because they're even including it in that mini nuke, but they're not including BOS, which I would love to play it just to say that I have.
I
I've
think
never
Connor
played
played it.
BOS.
I think Connor
thought-
played that and Tactics. He liked Tactics.
BOS, I think, was on the PlayStation 2, so it's
Yeah.
not. Yeah. It's not the easiest to get a hold of, which is why I kind of wish they would have included it in the
Are they not
menu.
on
But
Steam? I feel like everything's
Tactics is,
Steam.
but I don't think Brotherhood
Yeah,
Steel
so I
is.
think I have Tactics. I've just never played
So I
it.
think
I've never looked.
Tactics is canon, Brotherhood isn't. So Brotherhood probably won't be on.
As far as being on Steam, I've got them all on Steam.
That's what I
Tactics
thought.
is on Tactics
Do
is
you
on
have?
Steam.
I
so
do
is them
too.
too.
Do you have Brotherhood of Steel on there, or is it not?
No, actually, that one I don't think is on there.
Yeah, I don't
No.
think it is. But I wonder if you could get it through like a different site and get like a key
Probably.
code.
Well, they may be on Good Old Games. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
What's the actual title of that one? Is it Brotherhood of Steel?
Brotherhood. It's just Fallout. Brotherhood of Steel or
I'll
something.
Brotherhood Steel, I think.
Um,
It was
yeah,
on
you can
PS.
do an
It was on the
Xbox
Xbox
only
too.
or
I didn't
emulate
realize
it. The Tactics is fun.
I didn't know it was on Xbox.
Well, you know what? So Fallout Tactics is considered Brotherhood of Steel, is what it's showing for Steam. It says Fallout Tactics, and then it's got the little dots. The not the
Uh-huh.
semicolon, but the little dots, and then
Yeah.
it says Brotherhood of Steel.
Really?
A colon,
Uh-huh.
not a semicolon.
Yes. Those things that you got to get inspected every once in a while after you turn 50.
Getting a lot of people scheduling those right now. I guess the doctors are cranking them up. Getting
Oh
all the
God,
meds.
yeah.
Your big old
I just had
jugs.
to go to the optometrist recently because my glasses broke when I was picking them up in the morning.
I just spent
I'll be damned, you're
300
right. It does say Tactics: Brotherhood of Steel. Huh.
But I don't feel like they're the same game the way people talk about them. You know?
Yeah, I didn't think
Brotherhood
Brotherhood
of Steel in Fallout
I can Google on
canon.
my iPad.
Although some larger concepts have been adapted, the remainder of the story in Fallout Tactics has not been acknowledged, nor have any of its most significant characters reappeared in newer games.
I always thought they were two different games. I mean, I've never played
I thought so too.
Tactics, but
If
but
Connor
I got
wasn't
them-
upstairs, I'd ask him, but he's like too far away.
if you had 76 before,
So it says
they came to
Fallout.
Steam.
So I put in early Fallout games. It says Fallout 1997, Fallout 2 98, Fallout Tactics Brotherhood 2001, and then Fallout Brotherhood of Steel 2004, and then Fallout 3. Yeah, because this Fallout, there is a Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, and I know this is the one that everybody talks about that is not. They're like they won't even.
canon.
Well, they won't even acknowledge it.
Well, yeah, no, they won't.
It's got this. See if I can pull it up so where you can
So
actually.
it says it was
It's
developed
got
by
this
Interplay.
cover.
Yeah, I'm looking
I
at
don't
it
know if
right
you can
now.
see that.
I'm
that weird-
actually
that's-
looking at it
yeah.
right now.
cover.
I'm looking at the Fallout wiki on it, and it was like, so I guess it was
Three
developed.
customizable, playable characters, unique traits, strengths, and attributes.
It shows it was made by Interplay, and
those people.
yeah, the ones
The
who
Vendy.
like
It's only
originally
got a
designed it.
3.9.
And it says it was made for PlayStation 2 and Xbox game consoles, released
that's
in
what Shane
January
said, yeah.
2004.
I
Yeah.
own Tactics, but not
It
Brotherhood.
says it's the fourth game in the set.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, so that would be, if that's the case, so you got 1, 2, and is Tactics considered 2?
no.
No.
No, there is a Fallout
is
2.
two.
There is
Okay.
a Fallout 2 out there.
Okay,
No,
so
you mean
it's what-
Tactics too.
So 1, 2, Tactics, and then Brotherhood of Steel. That would make it the
Tactics
fourth
came
one.
out in 2001, and Brotherhood of Steel came out in 2004,
Oh,
and then
there we
Fallout
go.
3 came out in 2008.
Thank you, Shane. So
I'm gonna
yeah,
say,
1,
I'm gonna
2,
have to do
Tactics,
it.
Brotherhood of
Yeah.
Steel, 3, 4.
That is the timeline.
Is it 3, 4 New Vegas? I thought it was.
I thought no.
No,
New
New
Vegas
Vegas
is
is 2010.
Yeah.
Fallout 4 is
thought-
2015,
And then 76.
I'm gonna have to cover these on tapes from the waist.
which
at
is
some point.
2018.
Tapes from the waist.
And then Shelter came out in 2015.
My wasted tapes.
Wasted tapes.
I mean, Shelter is technically canon, but we don't talk about it either.
They
There
do
are
on
some-
the Fallout feed all the time.
I
Yeah,
like
Andrew's
Shelter.
obsessed with it.
I like
I
Fallout
actually did an
Andrew.
Shelter.
episode of Tapes from
I'm
the Waste with
I'm not
him on it.
dissing Shelter. I used to play Shelter religiously.
Well, I
I need
wouldn't
to go
say
back in there because I feel like he was talking about something, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta go check that out," and I forget
You know
what
what's
it was.
funny is
now.
I didn't notice like me really following any kind of storyline because I'm
Well,
like
No,
There
just
never
it doesn't.
was.
I'm just kind of going in and doing these missions, and I'm like I don't see any kind of.
Now I heard the
What do you
missions
mean?
got better,
They did.
but
Yeah,
I
they,
went back in and like checked on my people and was like, "I'm not seeing it."
I played it a lot
Everybody was still
myself.
going. I was like, "Good for you."
A couple years ago,
back to work.
and yeah,
Well, except for
So-
the people that I sent out in the wasteland, they all died. I was like, "Sorry,
yeah,
I left you out there
that
too long."
happens. But
Mm.
yeah,
I was
no,
like,
Shelter's
"Good."
definitely fun. Like I said, I actually did an episode of Tapes from the Wastes on it, and Andrew was nice enough to be on and talk about it with me. So
For those that don't
Yeah,
know,
it-
what is it?
He likes
Yeah, what is it?
it's a mobile game where you build your own vault.
No,
And
no, no. I
you're-
mean Tapes from the Waste.
oh, Tapes from
Well,
the
that's
Wastes.
his
I'm sorry.
podcast with
Yeah, it's my
Yeah,
podcast.
I'm aware of that, but other people
Oh,
may
you
not be.
plug it.
Yeah.
Plug it.
It's
Yeah.
yes.
Since you're
Plug
talking
it.
about it,
started
you might as well
out.
plug the shit. You
Love
know.
plugging. Yeah. Ooh.
It started out as
Tired
kind
of
of
fighting
a
all the
lore
fires in Shelter.
podcast, covering Fallout lore, and then it just kind of became like a general podcast. But we are starting to do more lore episodes now. But I do it with a buddy of mine from the UK, Kelsey, and most of the episodes we record our parts separately, but we're every now and then we'll hop on and call together and discuss whatever's going on. Like it's usually when something big happens. So I'm sure we'll
You
be
mean like the TV show coming out next?
yes. So I'm sure we'll be
Less than a month.
discussing the show together here very shortly. Yeah, it drops the 11th, which we all thought it was the 12th, and then they decided to bump it up.
You know,
a
I
day.
don't love that it's on a Thursday.
Yeah,
I don't mind it.
That.
To be honest, I don't.
Hello, kitty.
you have Hello Kitty.
He's got a cat on his
Oh,
head.
oh, that kitty. Okay.
Looks like Morris.
Looks like my old cat Homer.
Otis from Milo and Otis. That's a little bit before your time, Mav.
Oh,
Everything's before Matt's time.
yeah, pretty
Those
much.
things
Yeah.
are yes.
I still sometimes know about them, but yes,
You know about Milo and Otis?
it's a cartoon show, right?
No,
But no.
it is a movie. But
No.
yeah, Tapes and
I had to
Waste has been
think
going
for a
on for I think we dropped it Bombs Drop Day 20, was it 21 or was it 2000? It was 20 or 21. I can't remember. I've slept since then. But we made sure to launch it on Bombs Drop Day that year, whenever it was.
Oh, 2077, October.
October 23rd.
October 23rd. Yeah.
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 I remembered something. See? I'm
So-
not
Maverick, did you-
completely- I'm
or not
completely
Maverick.
seen-
Jackson,
Yeah.
did you
what-
talk
what?
about your Fallout 3 memories?
Yeah.
And
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I've shared some. I got all kinds of Fallout 3 memories. Some are not as pleasant as others.
Well, I mean, other than the fact that you went around
Right.
wasting the wasteland.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I think
We-
everybody's heard my first experience with Fallout 3
Yeah.
and where that all stems from, and maybe not good time to revisit that.
Yeah, we don't go there.
Yeah, I don't want to bring the mood down.
It's sad.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, but it can be a. Okay, I can't with you.
How about this one? Yeah, there we go.
Weirdo. Wrong
Sorry
holiday.
about that.
We're going into the Irish holiday. We're going into my holiday.
Your
Get
holiday?
your green beer ready for Sunday.
It's your holiday? I
My
mean,
holiday.
Really?
mine,
Sunday?
my
St.
name
Patty's
is
Day is
literally
Sunday?
Patrick.
I completely forgot that St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner.
I didn't realize.
I
I thought
never
it was
forget.
next
And I'm
week.
actually off this year for like the first time in I don't know how many years I haven't had to
I
work
thought it
on
was
St. Patty's Day.
next week.
Sunday.
Hmm.
I gotta work over St. Patty's Day.
All right. How about that one, lass?
There
You
you
like
go.
that one?
Getting in the
Yeah.
spirit now.
Oh, fun! New Orleans
No.
on St. Patrick's Day.
No,
Don't
that's
be
the
taking my
leprechaun.
pots of gold, lass.
Very creepy ass leprechaun.
Oh,
Not gonna
well.
lie, but you know, if you know the
Pretty
legend,
sure there was a
leprechauns,
movie
they are
about
pretty
that.
creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the creepy leprechaun. Yeah,
They really
Yeah.
are creepy.
the leprechaun goes to space.
I think they remade it with Hornswoggle.
Tap the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the scary. It was supposed to be the scarier
Ew.
remake of the movie.
I
and
would
it-
love
and
to
it-
be in New Orleans for St. Patrick's Day. That would be fun. That would be fun. You know, New Orleans knows how to party. But
Yeah.
Chicago's pretty
Yeah.
fun on St. Patty's Day. It gets crazy. Too many Irish there. Boston, Chicago, you know, those good Irish hot spots.
Yup.
You know, freaking Chicago
Oh,
goes
for
and
sure.
dyes their whole river green. Of course, you know the
That's
river.
got to be good for the environment.
The Chicago River. Well, the Chicago River is a.
I think it's
feat of engineering
biodegradable, so
because
it is.
flows the wrong way. You know that, right?
Flows the wrong. Oh, so it flows north.
It flows the opposite direction it would normally.
Oh.
So, yeah, whatever. What is it? Don't they usually flow away from the Mississippi
Normally, yes.
towards
I have
the?
no idea.
Well, this one goes the other way. I don't know. I have to look it up because I can't remember now. I just remember it was a fun fact I learned from my running around Chicago as a kid with my grandparents when they used to take us on like architectural boat tours and stuff.
I do remember one
Nice.
time when I was
That
doing
and bottle
the
cap candies.
stream,
That's what I remember from.
and I had people actually changing what happened to me in the game, so they would like make it where I was running around with no clothes, or I had
That's
to,
always fun. Just
or I had to run around with just a knife, and take out like a night claw or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
this sounds like what I do on a daily basis in the game.
Oh, I thought you meant in real life. I was like, ooh, frightening.
go around streaking.
I run around
Or-
with just a knife.
I just run around with this knife.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Oh
That's
my
not-
god. Like, wow. Okay, well, if we're all done sharing about Fallout 3.
That's
think
all I
so,
got, man. I'm
just,
sorry.
How did I?
I mean, it's a game that is what, 16 years old or something like that now.
Yeah, we
something?
talked about this a
16?
couple
But
weeks ago.
2008, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
2008.
It's
Yeah, that's when I moved here.
My last full Fallout 3 playthrough was at least 10 years ago. But when I started playing
Yeah.
it again recently with the Fallout feed, it's just like that friend that you don't talk to for a couple of years, but whenever you do, you just pick up and it's like no time has passed.
Yeah, it does
It's
feel like
been
that, doesn't
so
it?
much fun. Yeah.
Well, except that this friend is like
Trying to
doing
kill
me
you.
dirty. I'm like, what I do to you? Like, what did I do? Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about
Why?
you not killing me.
Like, why are you doing this?
So
I don't know. It's wild because it's such
yeah.
a. The cool thing about it is, it's such a like for me. It's not like I don't play that differently than I normally would, but it's such a different game for me,
Mhm.
and I'm just like it's blowing my mind because I'm like I'm not making that drastically different decisions than I normally would, but circumstances for whatever reason are
See, I've never
throwing
played
my
Evil,
game on its head.
but it seemed like everybody got assigned evil. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll play good this time since
Yeah, because
everybody
you
else is playing
got
evil.
didn't you
I
get
got
choose
right
your
your
own
own
path?
path. Yes.
See, that
But
would have been so much easier for
yeah.
me, but because I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to maintain neutral because I'm usually such a goody two shoes. I'm going to go to, it's going to be hard to stay neutral because I'm going to be like going good, and then what happens? Oh, I'm evil incarnate. That's my rating right now.
Right.
It happens.
But yeah,
It
here in a couple
happens.
weeks we'll be heading to the pits, so that'll be fun.
Oh well, that'll probably make me even more evil, like what? And I see, and stuff happened in the pit that people talked about. I'm like, I don't remember any of that. So I don't know if I finished.
I
it.
think
I
I
thought
never
did.
made because when I don't have the Game of the Year edition, So I don't have the DLCs.
It's the only way to
Um,
play, man.
Well, that's what I did with
Yeah.
4.
yeah.
I got to get I learned
Have
my
'em all.
lesson.
Well,
Yeah.
so I remember like the trogs and going around looking for the ingots and all that kind of stuff. I don't remember this medicine and baby thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just forgetting that part.
Medicine and baby.
Medicine to
What?
baby. What do you mean?
Yeah, yeah. I remember the pit. You're supposed to. You can
Oh,
either
okay,
side
I know
with
what
the
you mean.
workers, take the baby.
Because there's a cure.
Yeah, that's the cure to
Right.
because the baby's like the only pure outside or whatever.
It's basically the Last of
Right,
Us
right.
in the
Yeah,
pit.
the last
Yeah, yeah, it's
non-mutated or non-radiated person. Right.
in the pit. So,
So you're either going to save the baby or you're going to be like, here, everybody, here's the cure. And give up the baby to
Yeah.
the masses. I like your floppy nose better. That's just weird. There you go. So, yeah, I don't really remember that part. So either it was like so small or whatever that I just don't remember. I don't know. I guess, it'll trigger me. I remember a lot more from Operation Zeta because that's the one that pissed me off because I lost my Lincoln repeater.
oh yeah.
no. Yeah, I think that I can't remember if we're doing that after the pit or like a little bit farther on, but I do remember doing that too.
We're doing it.
And
Yeah.
it was fun there for a while, but after a while, I'm like, God damn, I'm so tired of these little green
I was
men.
so sick of the aliens. Yeah.
Go, pew,
Like,
pew, pew,
I
Or-
hate
or-
aliens in the game. They drive me nuts.
But it
Well,
is
there were
Especially in
cool
just
though
76.
because
too
like,
many of them.
it
Ugh.
shows that they've been abducting people for
A
thousands of
long
years because
time.
they had people from what, like ancient Japan. They
Yeah.
had a
Yeah,
samurai
you
dude
met
there,
someone
and
from
they had an
feudal
old
Japan.
west guy
And the old, the old West guy. But I mean, and that part was interesting.
But yeah,
It's-
after a while, it's like,
it's-
okay, I'm kind of done with
It's
the little
the
green
getting
men.
attacked by aliens every time you turn around, and then just more and more and more.
Although some of them weren't
Countless.
hostile, and you, like, do you get bad karma for killing the non-hostile ones? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Oh my god, he's got red roaches dancing around his head.
I
You
think he's trying
guys,
to
you
creep
really
us
should
out and,
watch
like,
this
say,
the
all right.
live stream of this because Jackson is way entertaining with what the hell he's doing.
Mhm.
Oh, now he's a map. Okay, sure thing,
I had
bud.
a very flaccid nose there.
Now
for
we
a
have
bit.
2 Mavericks.
And now you got looks like a Boeing.
Oh, back to normal.
What's
Yeah, no,
normal?
I'm having fun. I've got to go
Absolutely.
find my Lincoln repeater because that's my favorite gun in this game ever. Love that. Love that gun. Oh, don't. God, I hate bugs. Just don't. It's ew.
Oh.
Creeping me out. See, it's all making us itch now because we're seeing roaches on our screens.
Ray
Oh,
was saying
God.
though that when you go to the pit, don't take very much because they take it all away for a while.
Yeah, and I'm not taking anything to Zeta because that's where I lost my Lincoln repeater. Because you're
Right.
supposed to be able to go back and get it out of like this case or whatever, and it wasn't. Like it wasn't there. Like nothing was there when I went back to get my stuff. So it's all gonna get locked up in the Megaton apartment. I'm just gonna go with nothing.
Roach was clowning around there for a bit.
I think he
Yeah.
does this just to bug me.
He's trying to throw us off, is what he's.
I know he does
No,
it all the time.
no, I just
No, he does. He does this all the time. We've learned
Uh-huh.
to either ignore it. You'll catch on. You'll catch on.
Yeah,
I'm
My young
sure he will.
butterfly.
you'll learn.
You will learn.
Just like randomly Jackson says like
Yeah.
weird shit on his head.
Can't
Or a big
break
long
character
nose
here.
that he's playing catch the ring toss thing with,
oh, where's that one at? I missed the ring toss. That was fun.
Now he's a weird bunny talking.
But
It's
I think
okay.
we're getting to a
Yeah.
close here.
So
Thank you for
long
Definitely
story
getting
short, if you
Mad
haven't
Happy or
played
something.
Fallout 3, definitely check it out.
Yeah,
Yes, the
do it.
mechanics are a little bit different than the
Or we will
newer
find
games,
you.
but it's worth it.
It stands
So,
up.
yeah.
It stands up.
It's still. I agree. it
Everybody
still
cries
does.
about remasters and blah blah blah. It kills me. So many people are like, "Oh, we need a Fallout 4 remaster," and I'm like,
It still looks.
If you're
good.
gonna
I
bother
mean, like, the
remastering
remastering
ghouls-
something,
good.
do 1 and 2.
The
"Yeah,
ghouls in
I
Fallout
would much
3
rather
are
have 1 and
horrific.
2 redone just because I can't.
Yeah.
I don't like
Or
top-down
have
games.
it have a glow up like Helldiver to Helldiver 2.
I haven't played those yet. I need to.
I don't know. Me
A lot of
neither.
people have been talking about them lately.
I love
though.
Helldivers too. It's such
Yeah, a
a
lot
good
of people
game.
have been playing that.
Yeah,
It is a
actually,
great
there's a lot
game.
of people I know that play that game, but I don't want to spend the money on it.
I love the game.
I'm a cheap bastard. I don't know.
I love the memes that come
I
out of
get
that
it.
game too.
Well, apparently I missed a big Steam sale from the way y'all were talking last week. Everybody was blowing all
Yeah.
their money on Steam, and I'm like, I missed that.
I was blowing it on the Xbox shop.
Oh, is that what it was? The Xbox shop? I was like,
Yeah,
oh, there's
I
a big
picked
game
up
sale
the-
somewhere. I'm
The
like, well, I
Dragon
missed that.
Slayer trilogy,
good.
and then I ended up getting the Borderlands trilogy, and
Ooh, that sounds good.
never
Well,
played those.
Steam sale comes up in like June or July or something, so save up for that. Of
Yeah,
course, they have
and-
stuff on sale all the time, but like they're big sales in the summer.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Will picked his game. Will mainly plays on PlayStation, I think. But yeah, definitely go check out Fallout 3 if you've never played.
Sorry.
See, he's having fun back there. I think if he's having fun, that means this episode's about to be done.
Pinocchio playing Ring
When-
Toss.
yeah, when he's trying to find something to entertain himself with, it's like, yeah, Jackson's done.
Jaxus is done. It's like the
At least he can
this-
entertain himself, you know.
I know, yeah. At least he can
Right.
entertain
So proud
himself
of
while we figure
He
ourselves
plays so
out.
well on his own. It's like his face is buried in
And
rain.
if you can't play by yourself, then you shouldn't. I mean, how can you play well with others?
True, very true.
I mean, that's one of the things that they cage with kids is how they do creative play on on their own. Oh my goodness.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for us tonight. I hope everybody had a good time. We're going to go ahead and sign off. Everybody say good night.
Good
Night,
night.
everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. See, he does that, and it always throws me off.
He has to be the opposite.
Of course,
Yeah.
I
To
always
get
do.
used to it.
Contrarian.
I don't understand this need for attention. I just don't get it.
I founded this podcast. I deserve something.
Okay, I'll let you say good morning. All right, bye-bye.
Good morning. Yeah.
This podcast is part of the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.